all in, President Trump, in helping Israel eliminate the nuclear threat.
Bibi Netanyahu's ridiculous rhetoric that it won't be thousands, it'll be millions, has worked in the past.
Grieving not for thousands of dead, but for millions.
It got us to go into Iraq and kill millions of people.
But the Trump doctrine is to be very clear tonight, Senator, and that is that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, number one, and I agree with that.
Iran cannot have nukes. Yes, they can. Why can't Iran have nukes? We all have nukes. Russia has 5,000. We've got 5,000. North Korea has got 50. Israel's got 90 somewhere in the world because there are no inspections. We don't know where Israel's nukes are or how many they have. But we do know that they've got a lot of options, don't we? And you know who doesn't have any options? Iran. They have no option but to be invaded and to be monitored and controlled because their neighbor has nukes and they don't.
Chanting death to America, death to Israel since their very founding.
Countries are supposed to be sovereign. They're supposed to make rules and determine how they live in the borders of their own country. Because the truth about nukes is they're a deterrent. Russia gets to live how they want to live. We get to live how we want to live. And it has everything to do with the fact that we can defend ourselves. If someone else had a nuclear weapon, then maybe they would get to decide how things went down. Like North Korea. You don't see America telling North Korea or even South Korea telling North Korea how they're allowed to live. The only one allowed to have control in the Middle East and tell other countries in the Middle East how they're allowed to live is the Western one. That somehow we get to decide every form of government and every lifestyle that exists on the planet. And that if it's something that we don't agree with, we have the God-given right to invade and destroy them until they do as we please.
It's time to close the chapter on the Iranian Ayatollah and his henchmen. Let's close that chapter soon and start a new chapter in the Mideast, one of tolerance, hope, and peace.
If Iran had nukes, then it would be a deterrent to Western control over the Middle East. Then it will be another spot on the planet that we don't get to control. And that's what's not okay. If Iran had a nuclear weapon and decided to use it, what would happen to Iran? It would be immediately leveled. The entire country wouldn't exist anymore. So why on earth would they use that weapon?
If we need to provide bombs to Israel, provide bombs. If we need to fly planes with Israel, do joint operations. But here's the bigger question. Wouldn't the world be better off if the Ayatollahs went away and replaced by something better? Wouldn't Iran be better off?
You're telling me to be afraid of somebody using the weapon of last resort. Why are we putting other countries in a position where they would need to use such a weapon? Where they would need to destroy the entire world, including themselves? That's the bigger question, Lindsey Graham.